Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. So today's video, we are going to be balling on a budget. I saw my friend Natalie from Flower Bomb. She had a drugstore haul video and she titled it, I think she called it Ballin' on a Budget, which I thought was so cool. And so I'm basically copying her idea. So for this look, I basically just created my go-to kind of everyday makeup look. Nothing too crazy, very simple, kind of what I like to call like an enhancing natural look using drugstore products or more affordable products. I love how the look turned out. I hope you guys will love it too. Before we get started with the video, I just want to let you guys know again that I'm going to be moving into a new house. I'm so excited. We're so excited in the first week of November. So I don't know like my video schedule, so if there is a week where I don't post a video, just know that it's because I'm moving and I literally don't have like my filming equipment or my makeup is packed away and all the stuff that goes along with moving. But I'm not leaving YouTube again. I will be back after I get set up. I'm so excited because in our new house I have like my own makeup filming beauty room, which I'm just so excited. There will be a video. I will do a makeup room tour video once that gets all set up, so stay tuned for that in the next month or so. I think that's everything I needed to say, and I guess let's go ahead and get started with this look. Hello. I just applied my skincare, so my face is very shiny and dewy and oily looking. So let's start with the makeup. I'm gonna start with this primer by Maybelline. This is the Master Primer Base Hydrate Plus Smooth. So it's a smoothing and hydrating primer. And I'm gonna take this and apply this one all over my face to smooth and hydrate my skin. And also hopefully help my makeup last longer, as a primer does. I have not used the Maybelline primer in so long. This one I hope is similar to the Smashbox primerizer. Where is mine? I have mine in there somewhere. I just can't reach it right now, but yeah, I hope that's going to be similar and more affordable because we are balling on a budget, you guys. And then I've noticed some pores on my nose and like right around this, probably just my T-zone area. So I did purchase the Baby Skin by Maybelline Instant Pore Eraser. I've had this years ago and I really liked it. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of that in the center of my face, and hopefully that will kind of plug up some of those pores so the makeup can go on a little bit smoother. I'm also going to apply it in the up here, even though I don't really have pores there. I do get a little bit of dryness, and I like that how it's like dimethicone feeling, like really slippery, silicone-y. So I hope that the makeup will glide on a little smoother over there. Feels really nice and hydrated, which is what I need because I do have very dry skin if you're not familiar. And you guys, I'm so excited. I'm going to be using these beautiful, not drugstore, not balling on a budget, but very gorgeous, luxurious brushes from BK Beauty. They were so generous and sent me this package of, I believe it's their whole collection of brushes plus their sponge. I'm just going to focus on their brushes today because I just want to see how their brushes work. And if I need a sponge, I'm going to be using this one, the Stands Out Beauty Sponge, which I absolutely love this one too. I was going to demo this one, but I really want to use some of the complexion brushes from BK Beauty. I do have a demo video of this on my Instagram, so you can check that out if you're interested. I can link that video below, the Instagram video. I'm going to use this brush here. This is the BK Beauty 101 brush. Look how gorgeous the ferrule is, or not the ferrule, but the wand or the handle. The ferrule is this part here. But look how, I mean, they're just gorgeous. They did give me a coupon code to share with you. I don't think it's an affiliate one, but I will link it below if you're interested in any of these brushes. So I'm going to take the Maybelline Super Stay foundation. I wanted to get a drugstore foundation that's supposed to be long wearing because, you know, masks and everything. I need a foundation that's really gonna last a long time. I'm gonna mix it in with the Dream BB Fresh Maybelline BB cream because I don't want that full of a coverage. I want a long lasting product, but I don't want it to be drying. And this Maybelline one, I used to love it back in the day. If you are familiar with my channel, like back when I did more drugstore products before I became a high maintenance poodle and started loving high-end products, I really loved this one, the Maybelline one, before they repackaged it. It was one of my favorite foundations. So I wanted to give that a shot again. Oh my god, this brush is so smooth. So far, it's not clinging to any dry patches, which is what I was scared about. I have to be very careful with foundation these days because my skin is just so getting more dry and starting to age a little bit. I'm only gonna be 35. I know I'm still young, but even people in their mid-30s can have aging skin. So because I applied a whole lot of hydration underneath that foundation, it really did sheer it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another layer of the foundation. I probably just took way too much with a little bit of the BB cream. I really like that combo so far. Kind of the best of both worlds. Long wear, it's supposed to be long wear, a little bit of hydration. Something that I've learned over the years from doing my makeup and doing other people's makeup when I used to do bridal makeup is that you just don't need a whole lot of foundation. Like, I just took a whole pump and I'm barely using any of it. And it is wasteful to like accidentally pump out a whole bunch and not use it, but you just don't need that all on your face. So just be sparing with what you use. I'm looking like a ghost a little bit, but also only put foundation where you need it. Like, I don't need a whole lot on my forehead because I don't have a whole lot of discoloration up there. Up here. Did I get it? Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of discoloration on my forehead, so I don't need to apply a whole lot there. A lot of women will have discoloration at the center of their face just from hormones. So you can kind of start towards the center and blend outward, but I do have a little bit of redness here too, just like little blemishes and little red spots there. So I still have quite a bit of foundation on the back of my hand. This brush, you guys, is amazing. It just fits the contour of my face so well. I don't know if that's why the foundation is going on so well, or just because it's a great foundation combination with the BB cream, but so far I'm really loving it. I have that much foundation left on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna leave it on there because I learned a trick actually from Lisa J, who is the creator of BK Beauty brushes that I'm using today. It's a concealer hack that she shared, so I'm gonna share that with you in case you missed it. So you take a fuller coverage concealer. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Haven't tried this. I only tried it, like, you know how when you get a package in the mail and you just kind of like put it on over top what you're already wearing, but you don't actually like sit down to test it out. That's how I tested it out, and when I did that, I really liked it. So I got mine in the shade Fair Warm, and this is a fuller coverage concealer from what I read on the description anyway. I'm just gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna work one side at a time. I'm gonna take this Sephora concealer brush that I love. And so what you do is you take a fuller coverage concealer, place it about in that area, and take it with a more sheer coverage product. So I'm gonna do the mixture there. And you kind of blend the two. So you're using the sheer product as a mixing medium. And whenever I do concealer, I always get it on my lash extensions, so I gotta be careful. I think I applied way too much of that camo concealer. A little bit seems to go a long way. I've been doing that trick where you do the full coverage concealer with a more sheer coverage or less coverage product, and it works flawlessly. It really blends it. See how that just blended it so nicely? It still gave me the coverage, like the full coverage that I needed, because I do have quite a bit of discoloration. Oops. I'm gonna take a little bit of that away because I do not need that much. Take a little bit of that on the back of my hand and just kind of blend that. I still think I use too much product. It's hard to get, with that big doe foot that this e.l.f. concealer has, it's hard to get just the right amount. But I'm gonna take just a little bit more of that concealer. I'm gonna put it just in my tear troughs here, just to help kind of brighten and lift the hollowness. I don't know if it's not hollowness, it's just more discoloration than anything, because I'm not really hollow there. I'm actually more puffy than anything. Anybody else make a really weird face when you're doing your concealer like this? So I guess the moral of the story is of foundation and concealer. Any tips that I can share with you is to apply less than you think you need. Little less is more. If you have aging, if you're getting older, or if you have dry skin like I do, less is more, and only put it where you need it. Don't just put it all over just because you see your favorite YouTubers do that. Just place it exactly where you need it and go from there. Okay, so I'm happy with that coverage. I'm gonna set my face. I'm gonna use the number 7 Lift and Luminate Triple Action Finishing Powder, like that. And I'm gonna take it on the BK Beauty 108 brush. First, I'm gonna take it on that brush just to set my under eyes. So not very much product at all. I'm gonna look up and kind of just swirl that like that. This brush, it feels so nice. I just want to keep twirling under my eyes because it feels so soft under there. I'm going to take this bigger brush, the 102 brush, and that same powder, and just kind of set lightly the rest of my face. Something I like about this powder is that you don't have to be too careful with it as far as applying too much. If you're dry, you know that if you apply too much powder, it can look cakey. This one doesn't really get cakey. This might be kind of weird, but this is the time where I like to set my face with a setting spray, just to kind of make it look more dewy and just to take away any powdery feeling or look that I might have. And I do not have a drugstore setting spray, so I'm going to use the one that I've been reaching for a lot. This is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better setting spray. So I'm just going to take that and spritz my face. At this point, I like to go in and do my eyebrows to kind of frame my face and set it up for the rest of my makeup. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. It's just a brow pencil with a spoolie on the end. And then I'm going to kind of set it and fluff up my brows a little bit further with the Wow Brow, also by e.l.f. And don't look too closely on my eyebrows because I went pluck crazy with them like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And so now they were like super thin, and now I'm letting them kind of grow in a little bit, so they're kind of crazy. So just don't worry about that too much. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my brows off camera, and I'll be back to continue up with the makeup. For eyeshadow, I'm gonna use kind of a combination of these two Wet n Wild eyeshadow quads, the Walking on Eggshells, and the Silent treatment. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Walking on Eggshells, just this medium brown transition color, on the BK Beauty 202 brush, which looks perfect. Tapered and a little bit pointed for blending and getting it right in the crease. And as you saw, I did kind of set, I used concealer and then I set my eye with that powder. So that's all I've been doing as far as like a base for eyeshadow. I don't do a whole lot of eyeshadow these days. Now that I do my at-home lash extensions, I don't really need a whole lot of eyeshadow, I feel like. So if you need to use a base, then you certainly can. I like to just kind of stamp it right there and then start taking it up a little higher than my natural crease, just to give the illusion of a little bit lifted up of an eye look. I'm I'm gonna go into the Silent Treatment palette and go into this color here that says Transition. And I'm taking it on this brush, the 206 brush. And I'm just gonna place that in the crease, but a little lower than the brown color that I took it, just to give it a little bit more dimension. Walking on eggshells, I'm going to take a mixture of this kind of light shell pink color, this one with this color, just mix those together. I'm using this 203 brush, and I'm just going to place that on my eyelid, and I like to take it up in a little mushroom shape like that. A little bit of this brow bone shade from the Silent Treatment palette, and I'm just going to place that up on my brow bone. Well, that is a lot more frosty than it looks. Holy crap. And take that same shade, pop it on the inner corner. Taking this blending brush 201, I'm just gonna softly blend everything together. Mesh it all together so it's super seamless. Unfortunately, I do not have a drugstore mascara for my bottom lashes, so I'm going to use my go-to MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. If you have a favorite tubing mascara or something that just does not budge on the lower lashes, that perhaps has a skinnier wand like this one does, please let me know and I can check that one out. I'm finally to the point where I get to warm up my face and add some color back in. I'm going to take this Pixi Honey Nectar palette, the nuance what's it called, the quartette, and I'm going to go into this color here, and I'm taking it on this kind of fluffier brush. This is the 103 brush. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that product and just start kind of warming up my face. It's more of doesn't really have a whole lot of warmth to it, this color, but it's going to add a little bit of depth and dimension back in, better than nothing, because I don't actually have a drugstore bronzer. I'm going to switch brushes. That brush was a little too fluffy for me. I'm going to use the 106. This will be actually perfect for contour, or this will be actually a perfect foundation brush too. I love this color for a contour color. For blush, I'm going to use my Milani Baked Blush in Petal Primavera. Looks like that. So beautiful. And I'm taking it on the 107 brush, which I assume is a blush brush. Anyway, it looks like a perfect shape for blush. And just a little bit on the cheeks there. For highlighter, I'm using the Blossom Glow one by Wet n Wild. And I'm just using this A Cosmetic brush. I've been loving this brush for highlighter lately. Kind of bring it down. Oh, you know what? I should have used the highlighter out of this palette, but I forgot. Oh well. This is one of my favorite highlighters too. See how pretty that is? For lips, I'm gonna take my Revlon Color Stay lip liner in the color Natural. I recently got these and I have been really enjoying them. They do last quite a long time. I'm gonna fill in my lips with this color, and then I'm gonna go in with another color and kind of contour to make them look a little bit fuller. This one is just a nude color. Now I'm gonna go in with the color called Nude, which is a little bit darker, and I'm just gonna outline my lips slightly just to, like I said, give that fuller lip look, a little bit of a contoured look. And last, I'm gonna go ahead and top off those lips with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the color called Silk, or number 004. I think this will bring the whole look together nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair, and I'll be right back to finish up this video. All right, so here is the finished look with the hair done and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you're interested before you go, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.